Hi, it's Dr. Doug Curtis.
And you see Curtis from Dyslexic and Unstoppable. Our mission is to help dyslexics rediscover their inner power.
That's right, and we're continuing our 14 ways of improving your dyslexic child's self-esteem. This one is about embracing their different ways of looking at things. And you know, I think especially nowadays, right, a lot of schools, because of the standardized testing and the competitiveness and that kind of stuff, there's this real push to squeeze kids into a mold, right, and to make them all be the same. You know, everybody's got to do the exact same thing, and you're only perfect if you do everything this way, right? And I think embracing their differences helps them realize, hey, the way I look at the world is worthy, and so it helps improve their self-esteem, right?
It helps, and it also helps them figure who they are, right? Because our son, you try to put him in a mold. I mean, yes, I'm French Canadian, so that doesn't help, right? But he does his own thing. He does. Oh, I'm in middle school and I can do high school sports, and I want to do that. Oh, I'm going for that. I'm the only one in middle school who's doing that. I'm doing that. Right. And you have to embrace that, because that is gutsy, right? To do that. You're like, okay, I'm the only one and I don't care and I'm going to do it. Then you encourage that, right? And he's gotten so much positive reinforcement from it, and so much people around him recognizing that he is different and he's going somewhere, right? That they're all like, this kid is going to be like, we're not going to be surprised when we see him. I was going to say in the newspaper, which he is now, but that helps them. You know, sometimes you're like, okay, you really want to do this, or you're going to do that. And it's, you know, it could be more challenging for the parent because you're doing something different than, you know, like, for him, he's not doing things in middle school, so we have to deal with a different schedule with high school, so I have to drive more or do things. But in the end, it helps them figure out who they are and what they like and who they need to become, right?
No, I think it goes back to what we always say. We help dyslexic kids rediscover their inner power. Well, how can you discover that power that's within you, that unique spark within you, if you know you're expected to fit into this mold? You know, you have to embrace the fact that they're looking at something differently, that maybe they're incredibly artistic, or they're, you know, designing things, or they're very scientific, or they, you know, are constantly asking you a million questions, or whatever it is. You embrace that different way, because that's the way they're discovering that cool inner spark that they have that's going to eventually propel them.
And there's this, you know, sometimes when we're parents, we're trying to have our kids do things that their friends do, so that we can all do things together and make it easier for us. But I found that sometimes I find it a little stressful to not be in the same groups as everybody else. But there's a reason for that, because that's how he thinks differently, and he needs to go on, you know, like if I would say, okay, well, no, you can't do that because you should be going this way, then it takes some power away from him, right? So I encourage it, even though it's not always easy to go on that path. Right,
exactly. So let us know what you think. Leave us a comment below and visit us at Dyslexic and Unstoppable.